Sleek, modern minimalism has had its way, but I think it's time that we start bringing back some of those really nice designs. And this video is actually inspired by my recent move to Paris. Some of you have been keeping up with this, but I have just moved to Paris. And this video is about 5 comebacks that I wish would come back in interior design just by me walking the streets and noticing some design elements in this beautiful city. That's also why my background has changed. Of course, I would never have this hideous art or decor behind me. Come on now, you know what kind of taste I have. So I'm in a temporary rental right now until I furnish my wife and I's Parisian apartment that we're hoping to get next month. So I wish us luck with that, and stay tuned for that because I'll be making some videos about that and our journey. I haven't really talked about why we moved, but I have a couple of videos on my channel. But if you want me to go like in depth on why we're living in Paris now, I guess I could have that. Just comment down below. I don't know how many of you would want to see that kind of stuff. If you already subscribed, hello and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new to the channel, welcome to SHOUKHOUSE. Here is where we talk about all things interior design and home decor, and I help you make big and beautiful choices in your space. So without further ado, let's get into the first design element. Now, the first design element that I would wish to make a comeback is tiny or micro mosaic tiles. I've been seeing this all over Europe, whether it's in train stations or in the museums. I was just in Petit Palais and they had these beautiful micro mosaic tiles on the floor, and I can't imagine how long it takes. And I'm assuming that's probably why it's not a thing anymore, probably because it's very labor intensive, very expensive. But oh my goodness, let me tell you, it is just so refreshing to see so much detail work just go into the most simple and stunning design. I have seen a video that went viral recently. It's like someone made a mosaic tile with pennies. They had this like, drinking room or something. If I could find it, I'll clip it. But it looked so cool, and that you could just get a bunch of pennies and stick them to the floor and grout them. It's kind of the same idea. But anyways, where would I not recommend for you to have this? Obviously like a bathroom or anywhere with high foot traffic, because there is going to be so many grout lines and it's just impractical for you to try to keep up with that and always get that clean. So I'm thinking it would be in somewhere that's really not high foot traffic, maybe a foyer. Or also there is something just so magical and artsy about tiny tile work. I mean, there's so much personality and intricacy that goes into it, especially the way the light reflects off of each and every tile. It just really brings it to life. I guess like more time consuming labor, I wish that would kind of come in. Obviously that's probably not realistic, like people are in tight budgets when they're remodeling their homes and stuff like that. But hey, if you have the budget for it and the time, I think it's a timeless thing, and it's kind of like an art piece that just sits in your home all the time on the floor, which is really beautiful. So please consider it. I think it's really cool. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the second design comeback that I can't wait for it to come back, and that is beautiful doors. Doors are like a portal to the next room, and I don't know why we're always settling for these boring white doors that have no personality. As I've been strolling and roaming the streets of Paris, I've been seeing doors in multiple colors, burgundies, cobalt blues, blacks, browns, just every color you can name it, with these beautiful brass detailings, and they're so incredible and gorgeous. And I would just love to see that come back. I mean, imagine you do have a sleek and modern home, but every now and then you just have that wow factor, that nice little pop of color or pop of interesting materials that is, a nice European style door. I think that is just so beautiful, and I would love for it to come back. And that also brings me to today's video sponsor, which is My City Doors. Now, I've talked about My City Doors on my channel before, but I just feel so strongly about them. My City Doors offers an incredible variety of high quality European doors that are 30% more sound protective than the common door. And because they have a high quality German sealant, you're also trapping in air as well, which is going to save you a favorable amount of money on your utilities as well. This is the perfect way for you to upgrade your home and just add that pop that's missing so that you can actually improve the architectural elements and style of your home. My City Doors also offers a variety of styles and selections, so any design style that you have, they will most likely have something to suit your needs, whether you're looking for intricate and detailed or sleek and modern. And these doors are such high quality, so I really recommend them. Outside of the outstanding prices that they're already giving, they were also generous enough to give my following a 10% discount code. So for an additional 10%, just enter code SHOUK10 into checkout and you will get 10% off your next order. Now, without further ado, the third interior element that I just can't wait for it to come back, and I hope it comes back, and that is wood paneling. Wood paneling is something that's so beautiful, and I get it. Things have come in style and went out for a reason. They come in usually because they're made to look really beautiful and high end. I'm not talking about the wood paneling from the 70s that's paired with the neon green carpet and then all of a sudden, you know, it's just this big mess. No, I'm talking about just really nice and subtle wood paneling. You know, we have wood on our floors. I've even seen people put wood on the ceiling, but why not wood on the walls, especially in a room that you really want to make a statement, such as a library or, you know, a home office, or just a room that you really want to add that coziness and warmth. I think this adds such a high-end look and such a quality finish to your home. I've seen people do it in oak, I've seen people do it in walnut. You know, I think it really stands out the best in like a mid-century home, but I've also seen, you know, those academia style looks with the wood paneling and some books and some built-in shelving. I think that looks absolutely stunning. It's something that I really want to come back in interior design and any project that I have moving forward. It's something that I think I want to implement if my client lets me. So, but yeah, let me know if you agree with that. I don't know if I'm crazy, if I'm like the only one that wants wood paneling, but I think it just looks so beautiful and stunning, especially when you have just a nice intricate pattern. So now, before I share the fourth design comeback, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this far. And if you're getting any value, I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I had a goal I talked about in my earlier videos that I wanted to get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but I'm already there. And I just want to say, like, if you already subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea how much that means to me. I do put a lot of effort into this content, and I do take a lot of your input so I can make sure that I put great videos out for you. So I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let me get into the fourth design comeback, and that is marble accents. I know marble is typically reserved for flooring and countertops, but there's so many more uses that you can actually use marble for. For example, marble fireplaces. I think that looks absolutely stunning, and it's actually very common here in Paris to have marble fireplaces. You know, Parisian apartments have like a kind of very similar look. You know, it's a Haussmannian look because the urban planner in Paris, I think he's from the 1800s, correct me if I'm wrong, but Haussmann, the urban planner for Paris, decided that he wanted to style all the buildings in Paris kind of the same way. You'll see these beautiful, rich parquet style floors with molding and high ceilings, and then you'll see a marble fireplace, and I think this looks really stunning. Sometimes it'll be a burgundy marble, sometimes it'll be a black marble or a beige marble, but marble can be used for little things too. Literally, the doorbell, as I walked into this short-term apartment that I'm in, it has like marble and then a brass doorbell on it. I think it's a great idea, and I'll tell you why. A lot of times when you're remodeling your kitchen, you have spare marble that's just gonna sit there. So why not have your contractor cut it out and include those slabs in other parts of your home? It's kind of like a freebie because you already have the materials, so why not just spread it out throughout the rest of your home? You could use it for a bathroom sink, you could use it as part of a vanity, or like I said, the doorbell, but just have these little elements. Don't let things go to waste. I think these beautiful designs do actually come from using stuff that you use for one thing and using it for something else. Anytime you add a natural material that comes from Mother Nature, you're adding what I would call timelessness. It's a material that comes from the earth, and the earth is timeless and it will never go out of style. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get into the fifth design comeback that I can't wait for it to come back, and that is intricate metal works, whether that's balconies or stair railings or door grills or light fixtures. I'd love to see that come back because handcrafted iron or brass is kind of like the jewelry of your space. It adds a huge touch of personality. It's one of the most decorative art forms that I see in Paris, and you know, metalworks are not just functional, but they're also poetic as well. It's something so beautiful that you interact with every day. It's also not just about style, it's about durability. These materials over time gain this patina and this effect to them that really tell a story over time and are truly timeless. Now, I also wouldn't recommend putting any kind of stair railing that doesn't really match the architectural style of your home. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, right? Like if your home is more mid-century modern, I wouldn't recommend you having metalworks from a Parisian balcony and put that into your mid-century modern home because it would just look really out of place. But without any further ado, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me, like I said. And if you're getting any value from this video, take a look on screen. There will be 2 other videos that I think you might like as well. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, comment the word style down below and you'll get a special thank you from me. Thank you and have a great day.